Yes, I am Professor K.K. Matthew. I hope that you might have already seen my previous video which I hosted on YouTube a few days back. In that video, I had promised that I'll be coming out with various courses like Python, Golang, Java, C Sharp, etc. One by one. Yeah. So initially, I am coming out with a course on Python programming. This is a very simple introductory chapters of the entire course. What I am giving in these videos are an introduction to the concepts of Python language in general, its features, how to install and how to run the program. So which ID you can use, etc. etc. And we will be doing one simple program also in Python. Seeing that program, you will be surprised to see the simplicity and elegance of the Python program. So on and off, these type of small videos I will be publishing very regularly so that you will get a clear idea of what I am doing before I come out with the full-fledged course. See, you can watch these type of videos, small videos in which I will explain the various concepts of the programming language Python. So right now, have a good time watching the following slides, which will explain you the basic concepts of programming in Python. Yeah, that's it. We will come to an end. Part 1, Python programming inside out. Python programming inside out. This course is offered by Professor K.K. Matthew, a retired professor from reputed engineering colleges in Bangalore, India, with an experience in teaching various computer science related subjects for over a period of 25 years. Introduction. Python is a high-level, interpreted, interactive, and object-oriented scripting language. Python is designed to be highly readable. It has fewer syntactical constructions than other languages. Python is interpreted. Python is processed at runtime by the interpreter. You do not need to compile your program before executing it. This is similar to Perl and PHP. Python is interactive. You can actually sit at a Python prompt and interact with the interpreter directly to write your program. Python is object-oriented. Python supports object-oriented style or technique of programming that encapsulates code within objects. Python is a beginner's language. Python is a great language for the beginner level programmers and supports the development of a wide range of applications, from simple text processing to www browsers to games. History of Python. Python was developed by Guido van Rossum in the late 80s and early 90s at the National Research Institute for Mathematics and Computer Science in the Netherlands. Python is derived from many other languages including ABC, Modula 3, C, C++, Algol 68, Smalltalk, and Unix shell and other scripting languages. Python is copyrighted. Like Perl, Python source code is now available under the GNU General Public License in bracket GPL. Python is now maintained by a core development team at the institute, although Guido van Rossum still holds a vital role in directing its progress. Python 1.0 was released in November 1994. In 2000, Python 2.0 was released. Python 2.7.11 is the latest edition of Python 2. Meanwhile, Python 3.0 was released in 2008. Python 3 is not backward compatible with Python 2. The emphasis in Python 3 has been on the removal of duplicate programming constructs and modules so that there should be one and preferably only one obvious way to do it. Python 3.7.3 is the latest version of Python 3 as on now. Python features. Easy to learn. Python has few keywords, simple structure, and a clearly defined syntax. This allows a student to pick the language quickly. Easy to read and easy to maintain. A broad standard library. Python's bulk of the library is very portable and cross-platform compatible on Unix, Windows, and Macintosh. Interactive mode. Python has support for an interactive mode which allows interactive testing and debugging of snippets of code. Portable. Python can run on a wide variety of hardware platforms and has the same interface on all platforms. Extendable. You can add low-level modules to the Python interpreter. These modules enable programmers to add to or customize their tools to be more efficient. Databases. Python provides interfaces to all major commercial databases. GUI programming. Python supports a GUI application that can be created and ported to many system calls, libraries, and Windows systems such as Windows MFC, Macintosh, and the X Windows system of Unix. Scalable. Python provides a better structure and support for large programs than shell scripting. Apart from the above mentioned features, Python has a big list of good features. A few are listed below. It supports functional and structured programming methods as well as OOP, object-oriented programming. It can be used as a scripting language or can be compiled to bytecode for building large applications. It provides very high level dynamic data types and support dynamic type checking. It supports automatic garbage collection. It can be easily integrated with C, C++, COM, ActiveX, Corba, and Java. Writing our first ever Python program. This is our first ever Python program. We are using the famous IDE called PyCharm. See, this is the PyCharm IDE from JetBrains. This is PyCharm Community Edition, which is free from JetBrains. So we can use, this is the best IDE available on for now for Python programming. There are so many other minor IDEs like Wing, and there is quite a number of IDEs are there. But I am telling you, I recommend you to use this PyCharm. PyCharm is very versatile, very powerful, and it is absolutely free also. So forget about it. I'll come to the powers of PyCharm later and how to install PyCharm, etc. I will come to that. But now look at the program as such, a very, very simple program. See here, first line you look, there you are finding a hash symbol. A hash symbol is for the purpose of a comment, a single line comment. Whatever follows after this hash symbol is ignored by the Python interpreter. This is actually a comment. We have a comment like a single line comment we have in C++, like a double slash. Instead of that, we have got a symbol, hash symbol like this, and whatever you are writing after that is considered as a comment in Python. According to Python interpreter, it's a comment, and it is completely ignored. You look at the next line. What you have done is a is equal to 2. From the very declaration, you're going to find that a is a variable, but there is no type declaration like type. So, say like int a or float a or nothing. It's actually an int only, but there is nothing. We are not finding anything, any sort of. It's not needed in Python. The moment you are putting a is equal to 2, and when 2 is identified by the interpreter as an integer, a automatically becomes an integer data type. See, a becomes an integer data type. There is no need of an explicit declaration of a is an int or anything of the sort. It is that simple in Python. Everything is that simple in Python. Everything is so simple, just like English text. Just like you are reading an English text, you can just read through the Python program. Look, the next line, look. See, another thing you have to observe is a is equal to 2 and no semicolon needed to terminate a line. That's also very, very great. Say, had it been in C, C++, Java, C#, etc., there should have been a semicolon to mark the end of the program statement. Here it is absolutely not needed. That's what I said. Again, this hash symbol I have put because whatever follows is a comment. No semicolon needed to terminate a line. Okay, fine. So we have declared A as 2 and B as 3. B is equal to 3. Okay, fine. Two variables by name A and by name B. Both, I am now telling you, are of type int, even though it is not explicitly marked in the program. The power of Python is like that. The moment you are assigning a variable like this to the an assignment of this type happens, the variable becomes whatever is on the right side of the equal sign, depending upon that value, whether it is an integer or a float, the variable on the left hand side becomes that type, a variable of that type. Okay, so now A is becoming a variable of an int type and B is also becoming a variable of an int type. This is the great power of Python in comparison with any other languages. Look, after that, sum is equal to A plus B. What we have done? We have added the content of A and the content of B together, and that has been assigned to another variable by name sum. So sum is equal to A plus B. Sum is equal to A plus B. This is also very, very simple. And then print in bracket the variable sum. See, print the sum. Now sum contains a numerical quantity. Since sum contains a numerical quantity, there is no need of explicitly putting sum within double quote or single quote or whatever be. Had it been a string, it would have been necessary to put within double quote or single quote. But here, whatever is inside the sum is not a string, but it's a numerical quantity. So we are simply telling print sum. It's enough. The whole program has come to an end. So print sum will print the whatever value is there inside the sum onto the output screen. Now let us see how we can run it. It's also very simple here using this powerful ID PyCharm. Just right click here. Right click. See, just go, you'll write. I have put the name of the file as PyCH00. PyCH00. So just you click here. PyCH00 is now click. See, the result has come. See, it is 5. Look, print the sum. The result is 5. You know it is 2 plus 3, 5. It is that very simple. We have now finished writing our great simple single program in Python using the PyCharm IDE. Look at this, the simplicity of this presentation. This is exactly what is meant by Python programming. It's readable to even an illiterate programmer. A person who has never seen programming also can just read through this and understand what is there in the editor, what is there in the screen, what is there in this IDE's editor. So the program content, any boy, any unilliterate person also can understand. So that is what you should understand. It is so very simple to understand. One great aspect of the design of this Python language was to make the codes as simple as possible. Okay, now we have come to an end. See, it's fine. So the output is now 5. I will come to an end at this point. Even if you have never programmed before, you can easily guess that this program adds 2 numbers and prints its sum, comma, as well as print some messages kept within double quotes inside the symbol parenthesis. Observe that the syntax is not overly strict. You don't need to define the type of a variable in Python. Also, it is not necessary to add semicolon at the end of the program statement as in many other languages. Python enforces you to follow good practices in programming, in bracket, like proper indentation, etc. Full stop. These small things can make learning much easier for beginners. Expressiveness of the language. Python allows you to write programs having greater functionality with fewer lines of code. You will be amazed how much you can do with Python once you learn the basics. Great community and support. Python has a large supporting community. There are numerous active forums online which can be handy if you are stuck in between.